It's wild how everybody wants to get rich, but nobody wants to be wealthy. Fuck rich, let's get wealthy. Who else gonna feed we? If I need it, I'm gonna get it. However, God help me. Like, health is wealth, and there's really no substitute for that fact. So, whenever we get caught up in anything other than something that's totally complementary for in the entire existence, we're gonna fail every time. Like, you have to have, even if you're trying to do something that may not be the most spiritual thing or whatever you want to call it. Like, if you're trying to get big money or whatever it is, you have to have that cause behind it where you're gonna use it for good. You're gonna use it for, in a holistic nature, I should say. You're gonna use it for the greater good of this existence. And if not, then you're gonna have to deal with the repercussions of that in this life or the next or whatever. So what I'm realizing now, that all my peers that choose to push this off, the true wealth of life, which is health, whether they be my NFL player friends, my ones that's trying to get into these leagues, or ones that are involved with other ways of making copious amounts of money and putting health to the side, regardless of the profession. They feel as though that the money is the true wealth. So it only takes a matter of time. By the age of 30, disease will have already manifested, if not by 20. Because by 20, most people's insides are like a person who's 40, or should be, at what it would naturally be to be 40. So at 20, they're 40 on the inside. At 40, they're 80. So at 30, disease has already manifested. It's already there, festering in the mucous membrane somewhere, because the mucous membrane has long ago been adulterated and compromised. So the dis-ease is already present. So it only takes a matter of time for my generation of people to get to a certain point where they can either head towards death, head towards a coffin, and use substances to feel better as they're being rolled into the casket each day, or they can make the other change, make the change towards true wealth, which is health. And really, any of you that are doing this, that are on this path that we are on as far as health and right-sidedness, or right-brainedness, righteousness, then you know that it's only a matter of time for all these people to get sick to a point where they cannot deny what you've been telling them. So just be prepared to take care of them. And that's where people always say, like, how am I going to get money? It's so many ways to make money as far as consultation and different things like that. Like, I can't even take all the calls that I get as far as consultation goes. So I know in 10 years, the people that because a lot of the consultation that I get now is the bridge, the connection is created from a less dense level. But all the people that I knew, it all begins at the less dense level. But all the people that I've known personally, by the time we're in our 30s, I'll be literally taking care of all of them. I'm already kind of taking care of them now. Again, the future is now, today is yesterday. So I'm already kind of taking care of them, looking out for them. But in 10 years, I will literally be taking care of them, monitoring what they're eating, helping them, get out of the sickness that they've created over this time that is accruing right now. So you got to be prepared. You got to be ready to take care of a generation. Like the homie said, yo, it ain't many of us. I told him less is more, man. It's plenty of us. Like, we can hold it down. If it's a totally diluted population, then there will always be standouts that'll balance the scale out. So we can take care of a whole population. We just got to have the right people in place that are genuine, and that they're striving for holism and a holistic reality, a reality where we're working we're working together. There's a difference between working for someone and working with someone. So we just have to get on that level. If we get to that point, then we find the true wealth of this life. And if we get to that point, then our potential is boundless. So health is wealth, and everything else is a facade. So just be prepared to take care of the masses. All the people out there that know that you about to take care of these people, and this is going to be your occupation, or your job, or whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to call this thing, your duty, whatever. This is how you will survive, because you always have what you need, or whatever. You'll be able to take care of the next 20 years of people and their kids, until they get healthy. And if we get to a point where we're all healthy, then what's stopping us? But in my experience, a lot of people, they don't see it through to the end. So you'll have a bunch of people coming back and forth from you, coming back and forth to you for knowledge and help and all these things, but they'll never really help themselves because they're looking to you. So if you want money, there you go. And you'll be being real. You won't be lying to them if you do it right. And it's an exchange. You're giving them knowledge and help. Whether they choose to help themselves is on them. So health is wealth, man, and that's what we got to do. We got to stop trying to get rich. We all trying to make a killing. We need to make a living.